MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball.
Welcome everybody to TV Sports 27, and it is Ultra Fan Weekend, and we would like to thank Patreon member K Duckman for bringing this one to you. So there's a little reason we jumped back into playing Diamondbacks baseball. We knew this Ultra Fan session was coming. K Duckman put the request in, and he said he wanted to see Diamondbacks baseball. So we got WX Man, we got Alpha Sapphire. Everybody's joining in the chat right now. Hello everybody, how are we all doing today on this weekend? What you guys been up to? You guys been playing anything, watching anything? What's going on? We got baseball coming on. Yes, Patreon member K Duckman. We got Dan joining us as well. Dan, also a Patreon supporter. So we knew this was coming, the request for MLB, the show, Arizona Diamondbacks. That's why we've been playing it the last couple of days. This is Game 3 of the NLDS, and it could be the end of the season here for the Diamondbacks. So we're either playing Game 3 and Game 4 here today, or we're playing Game 3, we're getting swept, and then we're going into the off-season and powering through there. Right now on the PlayStation Store, they got a little holiday sale going on. They have MLB 23 The Show that you can buy for $10. So I've been thinking about if I want to buy it or not, but the issue is going to be, as always, you can't bring your save file over, so we would kind of have to, I guess, kind of reform the Diamondbacks with the roster. I guess we can kind of do that, you know, going into it. But then the Tom Brady Road to the Show, we would either need to end that or just continue to play it on MLB 20 The Show. So hopefully, what do you think, WX Man? We're going to get the win here, avoid the sweep. You can see top left corner, the Mets, the running raising hell Mets. They're up 2-0, best of 5 series, NLDS against our Arizona Diamondbacks. And here at Citi Field for the first time in the postseason. We're going to try to win. The offense has been a little lackadaisical in the first 2 games, I'll say that. There's Kyle Schwarber had the big home run in Game 2. And Cesar Hernandez drills that one into mid-left field. Thank you, Dan, as well. Appreciate you being here. David Peralta. You're going to see a lot of the batting averages here. That was a can of corn hit. Yeah, that's terrible. You're going to see a lot of the batting averages so far in the low 100s for this Diamondback squad so far in the postseason. And it's a 1-2 count for David Peralta.
He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there. And even though this is one of the best,
gonna pop that one up behind him, and the catcher will make the play on it, which will bring on JD Martinez. So it's Luke Weaver who's gonna be going at it for the Arizona Diamondbacks. We have a little well, we'll see on the next. Oh. We had some issues with the umping in the last game that we played. So hopefully, you know, switching things up, got a new man behind the plate. All right, we got the emojis flying in. WX Man, we got the wrench. That looks like, oh, Martinez gets caught looking. That looks like the, that looks like a character from Scribblenauts that Dan posted. Then WX Man with the extra Emily, right? And a rock, the Rock, People's Champ. You see Luke Weaver now stepping up for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Could represent the final starting pitcher that we're going to see here in the postseason. We haven't even gotten to Trevor Bauer yet, who would be either a Game 5 starter or an NLCS starter, depending on how it happens. I would imagine a Game 5 starter to win this one out. Gavin Lux, he's got 2 home runs in the postseason so far. He's been tearing us up. Pitching has been pretty good here. And as soon as I say that, Lux is going to drill one out to left field. Pitching had been pretty decent for the Diamondbacks. It's just been getting into those late innings that you got a couple of rough pitches being thrown. Yeah, at the time that we are streaming this, it is bowl time. It's going to be uploaded on YouTube, of course, way later on. But we are in the middle of the Camellia Bowl right now, the old Crampton Bowl. Anyone ever been to Crampton Bowl? That's where I got my start doing sports play-by-play. I've mentioned it a time or two here, calling the Carver Wolverine games and the Sidney Lanier, Jeff Davis. They all renamed now. Now it's the Jaguars for Jeff Davis, and Robert E. Lee is now Percy Phoenix, I think.
When the swing came through the zone, I have to think he was looking for something off speed.
I called a Nick Mullins game when he was quarterback at Spain Park. He played a preseason game at Crampton Bowl that was broadcasted, and I was on the call. And now he's a quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, so he's making millions, and
he struck him out.
yeah. Hey, nice strikeout. There you can see as we head into game number 3, and no one has won their series yet. Rays have the Astros on the fence, up 2-0. Guardians and Angels split the series so far. You see the Mets looking for a sweep, and the Reds were not able to close out the Chicago Cubs. Keep me posted on the Arkansas State game. I'm going to jump into some of the other bowl games later on. After this, we got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl coming up on the blue turf. Las Vegas Bowl as well. I think Kansas is playing that one, Las Vegas.
Mets leave one, and this is still a 0-0 ball game.
So we get out of the first, no damage done in this Ultra Fan weekend streaming. Compliments of Ultra Fan member K Duckman.
Lays off the slider that time. 2-1.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
A little too tall that time.
2 rough pitches, and Mike Moustakas ready to come up. Jake Lamb, he can kind of sit back on this pitch. They don't get it. Fans are mad at Arkansas game offsides on the onside kick. Oh, wow. Did you see where before the game started, ESPN... Oh, is that a home run? Crushed it. Jake Lamb. And for the first time this series, very early on, the Diamondbacks have a lead. We've been going deep into some innings playing catch-up pretty much throughout this series. But Jake Lamb gets it done. Yeah, on ESPN before the Camellia Bowl started. Yeah, that's Luke or Wheeler. What's his name? Wheeler? Luke Weaver and Jim Weaver? Before the game, they put up a graphic, and it was the Arkansas Razorbacks against Northern Illinois all over Twitter. You can go see that. I'm cool. If pitching wants to fall apart, that works for me.
Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there. Now time asked for,
trying to see
by the home plate umpire.
There it is, Zach Wheeler. I couldn't remember his first name. Zach Wheeler, Luke Weaver. Wheeler, Weaver. Wheeler, Weaver. It's a tongue twister. Where's SK Money at? He coming in?
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. The throw down to first, 1 away.
SK said he's going to be here after the Birmingham Bowl. He must have got tied up in Deltona. Javi Baez, another 100 batting average here for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Are you good with money, WX, man? You might have to help me with the offseason here if it comes for the Diamondbacks. We got to make some deals. We got to try to re-sign Javier Baez and JD Martinez. Kyle Schwarber.
Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
Jordan Litwiller, who's that? Michael Jordan?
The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're gonna
Baez, that one drifting back and
Make the play out there, and there are 2 away
gonna be
now.
grabbed out in center field. So Kyle Schwarber batting
As he'll get his
one of the
first
higher
out,
batting
2
averages
guys.
so far here for
2
the
out, nobody out.
Arizona Diamondbacks. And he hit that big home run in game 2.
Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
Max 2 down. Yes, it is.
And here's a pitch
Oh,
inside,
Schwarber
and that
takes a
got him.
ball right to the back of the
This is a
knee.
perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch too.
Yeah, that thing
Sometimes
is
it moves
that
so
thing
much
is
that you
toast.
just lose control of it. This one runs way too
You would
far
think as
in,
big as those
and the hitter's
computers
standing
are,
on
they
first
would
as
just
a result.
be good to go.
Into the
But
box, Luke Weaver. He'll get
all
to
right, we
take
got
his
Luke
first
Weaver
pitch
now,
here.
pitcher coming up.
The 1-1.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Great curveball there, really fooled him.
Got
with
us
that
with that curve. All right, 2-2
Often
count.
a breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's
Might drop
hand
another one of those
earlier, making
curveballs
sure
down
it
low.
goes up.
Oh, I know it was a fastball. He got me. Good eye, good eye, good eye.
Diamondbacks hit the board first thanks to this solo home run. Onto the
Well, that
bottom
is
of
true.
number
The
2.
solo
It's
shot
1-0 Arizona.
gets us on the board here.
Last half of the second set to go, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Nimmo has a home run as well to his name.
Now here it comes. Swung
Uh-oh.
on and driven to right, and no
Well,
doubt
we're
about
tied.
it. Back goes Martinez.
That was a, whoa, what a catch. There's the Big Apple. Nimmo gets his second home run of the postseason, and we are tied in the second.
Home run of the series as the Mets have come back to tie things at 1.
I know. It's, yeah. How many feet was that thing?
You don't see this
We get a
very
number
often
on
from
that?
this starting pitcher. This guy's not used to giving up some bombs, so I'm sure that'll be a wake-up call, and he'll start throwing some better pitches.
I want to see that catch again from the fan. Look at this catch. Oh my goodness. 441 feet. And we got some scoring early on here
At the
in the
plate, Wilson Ramos.
NLCS.
Bounce to first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on first.
Making contact. These pitches, I mean, they're hitting right on the line. They're hitting right there, but they're making contact with it.
Here's Joe Panic.
Joe Panic still looking for his first hit of the postseason.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
It's funny, that pitch, I can picture being in the box. That pitch looks so good to hit, and why does no one ever get to it? A good executed high fastball usually blows 9 out of 10.
You like a good high fastball? Let's do it again. He said 9 out of 10. Let's see if those odds hold up.
And a
Oh,
fastball
he was right. Okay.
and there are 2 down.
Okay.
This inning didn't get
Okay, Mark
started with
DeRosa.
any hope with that home run.
How about that, huh?
To give him credit for flushing it and coming back here to
Maybe
get
he's onto
strikeouts
something with the
on
high
those 2 guys.
fastball.
He's acting like it didn't even happen before.
At the plate now, J.D. Davis. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
Is there anyone out there that's ever been to Citi Field before? I've told my Citi Field travel story multiple times. The number 7 purple line for any
Nice job of bouncing back
Queens,
after the
New
leadoff
Yorker
home.
residents out
2
there that
quick
might be
outs
watching
after the
this.
bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big.
Let's take a look. I want to see what's happening at the end of this Camellia Bowl situation here.
The next 3-2.
Wait, you can just not get this final out.
Pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Should we go, let's go for the high fastball again. Here we go.
And he looks at one that
Whoa,
misses, and
come on.
that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
That's a nice job to work that.
Oh, Camellia Bowl's over already. Who won? WX Man's gonna keep me posted.
It prevents the pitcher from having to lead off for the next one. Just one of those.
Thought it was still
small things that
going.
might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big
Oh,
difference.
Northern Illinois won. Is that what they were mad about?
Zach Wheeler.
I'll have to do some more research on this. So Wheeler comes up. Hopefully we get a little double play ski here.
1-1 pitch.
Wow, that
No offer
like
on
frame
that.
rate
2
on that
balls
just
and a
completely
strike.
dropped on my PlayStation.
Davis
It led to that
into
terrible
first
pitch.
with a pair of outs in the inning. The count now at 2-2. A bouncer to the left
There we
side.
go. There's your double.
In, and an underhanded throw
No,
is
it
in
only
time
got-
for number 3.
Oh, we only needed one? No.
The
Yeah,
sights and sounds
okay.
of a day at the ballpark.
Why did I think it
My
said
goodness.
one out?
Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Ready now for the Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Tell Marte with the solid eye, able to hold off on that.
3 balls, 1 strike to Ketel Marte.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind you.
Yeah, a lot of people are upset at this onside kick call.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2.
But check that out afterwards, or... Woo, what a hit from Ketel Marte out into the left.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta
Who knows? This could be the game where the bats get going here. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Ultra Fan Session here, and we would like to thank, if you want to become an Ultra Fan member, patreon.com/tvsports27. Hit that follow button. Smash that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. Our latest video that went up at the time of this streaming, our NFL 2K5 fantasy draft, has been performing really well. It's gotten almost 1,000 views within the first couple of days, which is pretty awesome. And we've gotten a couple of new subscribers, but you know, you get 1,000 views and you'd like to get 1,000 subscribers out of that. It would be ideal.
Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer.
WX Man, hello, welcome back. Tell me more about this Arkansas State thing. I was trying to look it up on Twitter a little bit. Was he really offsides?
Swung on and missed. A full count now.
People said it was a bad call.
Ball 4 right there. Clearly, he saw something in that pitch that he liked out of the pitcher's hand, but that wasn't a pitch he was going to do a whole lot with.
Golly.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Looked like what? He was offsides?
David Peralta, 0
Or he
for
wasn't.
1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible.
Oh, David Peralta. That was one that he wanted.
1-2 now.
He was offside. Okay, well, so it was a good call. People were saying bad call online, but I guess whenever it goes against your team, it's always a bad call. There, Peralta gets the hit, but it's going to go right, pop up the old can of corn, and he is out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down.
All right, JD Martinez, still waiting for him to kind of show out here. He had the solid hit in game 1 that put the only runs of the game on the board for the Diamondbacks, but didn't do much, and he's going to strike out there. So the big JD Martinez trade thus far, if you take away game 1, which ended up being a loss, not cashing in just yet. We got to deal with Galvin Lux here once again. What a wind-up there for Weaver. Who's your favorite baseball player, WX man? I think you seem like kind of a Randy Johnson kind of guy.
Really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter.
Good to get Lux out of there. Good to get him to strike out after he has been one of the deadlier hitters in this series so far. Daytime game, obviously, here in New York. I think it's about probably a 1 o'clock start. Had some primetime games. And I wonder, you know, you got to think of the adjustments to the time zone. You know, we had a 9-10 o'clock game in Arizona, which is a completely different time zone. And then you're coming to the East Coast and you're playing a 1 p.m. game for Arizona. That's, I mean, it's got to feel like 9-10 a.m. to them.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important,
but right now, Luke Weaver just mowing him down.
Into the box, Mookie Betts. In front of the changeup, and he can't.
That's the unfortunate thing is our pitching has been pretty good throughout this series. It's just figuring out how to get the offense going.
Swing and a flare hit toward right.
Oh, there you go. That's going to be, it should be a double. That goes all the way to just a terrible corner. JD Martinez, that's going to be a triple. Forget about that being a double.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason.
JD Martinez, I mean, he had to track that down to the deepest corner of Citi Field.
Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Well, there you go, K-Duckman. There's a triple for you. Oh my goodness.
2 outs here with a runner at third.
Only got to get one more out to get out of this one. Going up against Conforto. And he got him. Well, that's what you hate to see, man. If you're a player that just got a triple, and then the next guy comes up and strikes out, that's what Tom Brady's going through with the Miami Marlins. Maybe that's something we do. Maybe if we get swept here, we can do some Tom Brady baseball for the next hour or something as kind of a,
they've done a great job of forcing
you
the
know,
pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game.
I don't know how long the off season would take, but
Thank you, Heidi.
so that way we at least give 2 hours of gameplay. But hopefully not. Hopefully this is the first of 2 games we're bringing to you. Coming in with the big win. Jake Lamb, the only run on the board, and he strikes right out.
Idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it
Wheeler.
deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but
Yeah, he got it right past Lamb.
by the time his
Mike
barrel was in the
Moustakas
correct
now up.
So now to the plate, Mike Moustakas. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Now a swing as he stays alive as this is fouled back right off the catcher's arm.
Only 2 hits, as you just heard, for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Jake Lamb home run and the Ketel Marte single. It's been it for Arizona. What has been a tough-to-come-by playoff series for offense.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And he found the battle for so long as he's finally
Those are
set down
such
here
tough
after an
pitches to
8-pitch
read
at-bat.
when they're going that low.
To get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the
And
lineup.
that's so low, especially for a guy like Mike Moustakas
Really sharp right now.
to try to take a shot at, right?
Into the box now, Javier Baez. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Liner toward right
That
side.
is a nice hit for Baez.
Into the alley and ought to be
He'll
good
get
for
2
extra
out of it. It's going to be
base. The throw
a
is
stand-up
long and it gets
double.
away.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be one of those.
There we go. So there's your 3rd hit of the game. So we're starting to kind of get things going, at least all things considered from the first 2 games. A lot more hits being put up. Kyle Schwarber. Boy, a home run would be really, really sweet right now.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind
Wheeler.
3-1.
Here's the game within the game. You have a better matchup on deck. You got a 3-1 count in this situation.
3-1.
Afraid to put him on base.
I mean, Schwarber would love to get a solid hit. He doesn't want to get walked right now.
There's a swing
And
a
that
fly ball
one
to right
is
field. Back goes Betts to the track. And
past Mookie Betts, and it's a home run for Kyle Schwarber. For the 2nd time this series, Kyle Schwarber comes in with the home run. I still don't know why the game had Rushman in there in Game 1. Maybe you just needed that Game 1 rest. But it is 3-1 Diamondbacks. And maybe all the road teams are just going to win in this series. Maybe that's what it's always going to be. Maybe just the road team just goes right on to victory.
In now, Luke Weaver. And this is pop foul, but
Well,
perhaps
Weaver is trying to get in on the party there.
But this will land untouched. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. But the Diamondbacks pick up a couple courtesy of this 2-run home run.
Pat McAfee said that Arkansas State got cheated.
3-1 Arizona. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's
Go to
check in with
Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs.
Trying to look at this onside
guy to try to
situation.
get on.
I mean, everyone definitely started running before the ball was kicked. I will say that. They may not have been offsides, but I don't think you can move. The ball had not been kicked, and all the Arkansas State players did run. So, but yeah, but this conversation, as always, is going to be relevant to those of you watching live with us on Twitch or on Patreon. If you're joining us on YouTube, we're still happy you're here because that's still a big part of our fan base, and that's why we upload these videos to YouTube. But obviously, this conversation will be way out of date for you guys. But anytime you watch a video on YouTube, it's going to be a conversation that's out of date.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Nice to be playing with this lead here. It feels like we got maybe an offense that might be moving. Maybe we just got the Mets' big pitchers out of the way in those first 2 games. We can win 3 in a row and maybe get to that NLCS.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos.
Ramos.
0 for 1 in the ball game. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he
Wow,
struck him
chase
out.
that one. That was a rough pitch on
Registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
part of Luke Weaver. But Ramos chased it, and there it goes. Luke Weaver having a very nice pitching performance, give or take that one home run. That one, though, I just keep jinxing him. Every time I say something good, gives up a hit. That one right over the head of Jake Lamb. And the Mets have the go-ahead. No, they don't. They have the tying run coming up to the plate.
To the plate now, J.D. Davis fouled away.
Full count. Let's see if we can get him chasing inside.
Another full count pitch home.
Nope. Keeps that one alive.
The next 3-2.
No, he couldn't get him.
So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Now we have the go-ahead coming up here. It's going to be the pitcher, though. They're not ready to pull him out despite giving up 3 runs. And this being a pretty big opportunity, they are not ready to pull the pitcher, go pinch hit in this situation. And that's a terrible take and a swing and a miss. See if we can get him that corner fastball that Mark DeRosa loves. Got him. Oh, man. I think we got the Arkansas State refs out there. That's terrible. Weaver's not happy.
2-2. Weak grounder down the first
Oh, my
baseline.
God. Did he get him? Whew. That was an ugly play, but he got out of it nonetheless. We go top 5th. As a reminder, don't forget to follow, subscribe, whether you're watching on Twitch, whether you're watching on YouTube, Patreon. Check us out on Streamlabs and Ko-Fi as well. You don't want to miss the second half of this game. The bottom of the 5th onward. Coming up on TB Sports 27. You could tell Marte can come in. See if we can get a few more runs before this first half of the game comes to a close. Could tell Marte pops that one up, and that's going to die out. Just be on the warning track. Cesar Hernandez still looking for his first hit of the postseason. Yes, go Diamondbacks. Thank you. Go D-backs.
Got him reaching there. Strike 2. Action in the Mets bullpen.
Trying to get our first World Series since 2001. Where were you guys on 2001 when the Diamondbacks shocked the world? Beat the mighty Yankees, won the World Series. We might have to figure something out for Hernandez on second base because he is definitely hurting us in this postseason.
Standing in now, David Peralta.
Peralta drops that one in, and we got J.D. Martinez coming up. So this is the golden opportunity. This is what we traded Kevin Kiermaier and Charlie Blackmon for J.D. Martinez in these big situations. He has not had that postseason home run yet. Finished the regular season with just shy of 60 home runs.
Ready with the 1 and 2. Here's a little
Martinez. Oh, come on. All right, guys, you don't want to miss the second half of this one coming up. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, TB Sports. Second half of Game 3 NLDS coming your way, TB Sports 27.
1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far.
Things not looking very good so far.